Chikara, Drew, how y'all doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Wrapping up this Monday. It was actually a really productive Monday for me. So I'm doing great, man.
Sky, what you laughing at?
Hey y'all.
Hey, look, everybody, let's welcome Chikara back to the show. I mean, she hasn't been around in quite some time, so welcome back to the show, Chikara.
Now why she haven't been around?
Life? How y'all weekend
What she
was?
been doing?
Working.
Oh, okay.
Happy belated
Right.
to Cole.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We got a very special guest tonight. We got Lori Simpson Taylor. She's running for mayor, City of Okaloosa, so she'll be joining us shortly. Before we get things started, but we got a few topics we want to get into before we bring her on. Let's see. We're gonna have a quick rundown from the Meet the Candidate forum they had this weekend, cemetery cleanup, charter school funding, sympathy votes, little sports, and then we'll get on over to bringing Lori on. So before we get started, Shakara, you were at the forum this weekend, right? So
I
if you
was.
can, how did you feel about that?
I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know how long it's been going on. I never heard of it before. Before one of the candidates decided to run for Councilwoman District C, I didn't even know it existed. So I think it's interesting that I didn't know. So I'm sure it's a whole lot of people that didn't know, but I thought it was pretty cool to have. They had not just Bogalusa candidates. They had everybody
Mhm.
everybody that could come from the top of the ballot on down. So there was a senator there. There was a guy running for Congress there. So I thought it was a dope room to be in. Ben Nevers was there. Like I never
That's the
seen these
goat
people
there.
in real life. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You always see like Drew growing up, you see those Ben Never signs,
Right.
and then actually see them in person. That was honestly my first time seeing her in person too.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Um, Drew, you had anything? Did you see anything about the forum over the weekend?
Yeah, I wasn't able to go. I was at the restaurant this weekend with my brother, but I heard great things about it from all the candidates, man. I heard I know I got a friend of mine, she recorded all of the speeches for me. I haven't had a chance to sit down and listen to them all. But I am going to definitely do that over the next couple of days because I am interested to see, their outlook and, as far as platforms. I think this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken, that I was able to really hear everybody's platform without it being, messed up with all of the foolishness that goes around. So I'm definitely looking forward to sitting down and checking it out. But I haven't had a chance to check them out yet, though.
Now,
Yeah, I
granted, it
know.
was a little shady. It was definitely some shade
Oh,
being
really?
thrown, but
Okay.
it was
Would you like to
much
elaborate?
it was
What
much
kind of?
cleaner than the conversations that happen on social media. So
Okay. Okay.
Are you talking about like in the speeches?
right, there was definitely some shade being thrown. Once you
Mhm.
got to Bogalusa, like you knew.
Yeah, it was different, and I whispered something. I'm not gonna say what I said to it, but I whispered something. I was like, "Wait till we get to the Bogalusa candidates. You'll see a shift versus the candidates that were on the state level for
Mhm.
like Senate and everything." Um, I do know, like Deepak put it on, and I believe there was like some. It's been like Coach Martin said something about like they catch a lot of flack because they don't. They're the Democratic Party and they host it, but they invite also the Republican or independent individuals that are running. So I guess over the years they have an issue because everyone is brought to the event to speak. But I mean, I think it's informative. I don't see a issue with it. Shkar,
Mhm.
why are you laughing?
Yeah, no, I thought it was dope. Like I don't think it would have been as dope as it was if it was just Democrat. Like
Hmm.
because a lot of times some people when you go down the ballot there are no Democrats for a particular party. So then what do you do if you only invite Democrats? So it was definitely it was definitely a nice room to be in. I suggest next year if you hear about it. Now the price might be a little, but next year I advise everybody who is
Oh,
interested
wait.
in
So
just
I'm sorry. So it was a
knowing.
price to get in?
Yeah. Look,
Like I
if
wasn't
you
aware of
if
that. I wasn't aware of that. That's shocking to me. There was a price to actually get in to go and listen to
Well,
it.
it was a
yeah,
cost because you got
yeah.
fed, and
Oh, okay.
then
Okay.
I mean, I don't
I
know where the
think like
rest of
the
the funds went to,
speakers
but
paid like 90, the tickets were like 40. Everybody was able to, like, if you're running, you're able to get a table. And they were going for however much. So I don't know.
Okay.
Trey Johnson did say 2 episodes ago that the money goes to a good cause. Now I don't know where, but
Okay.
the money goes somewhere, and then like you get what Angela Yee, because you saw that in the comments saying Angela Yee is back.
that's why I started laughing. Man, some people got to be
Oh
blocked.
man, oh man. Well, look, I have audio. I'm not gonna play the full clip, but I have some audio. Why are you laughing? I have some audio. We're gonna start with Wendy first, and then we'll go to Ori, and then we go to Tyra, and then we got Lori coming on, so we'll have a conversation with her.
So we're not gonna play districts like starting at the top of the alphabet. I prefer. No?
You wanna? I have the audio. We can do it. We can do it on another episode.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So let's just start with Wendy.
I have a proven record of turning plans into completed projects. I know how to get things done. I want to bring my skills to the city of Bogalusa. And while too many people keep arguing with one another about race and dividing ourselves into groups, we need to be looking at what's happening to Bogalusa as a whole. I brought some data with you tonight. Per the United States Census Quick Facts, who I believe is the most reliable source, in 2010, Bogalusa had 12,232 residents. In 2020, that number dropped down to 10,659. The most current record in 2025, we now have 10,321 people. That's a loss of 1,900 residents since 2010. That's about 15% of the people we've lost since 2010. Our demographics show that we
Kel was back on, or did he cut it?
Wait, say it again.
I said you cut it, the speech.
I mean, it was a 5-minute speech.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I wasn't gonna put the whole thing.
Okay, I got you.
But I was just reading the comments. It was showing that somebody put that the money goes to the choice of the Washington Parish Democratic Party. I don't know if they're saying like who they endorse. Man, D, shut up, man.
My sister, wow, bro. Like I'm telling y'all right now, bro. Like, so we might have to end the night booting her.
She said she cut her Facebook back on just for tonight. She got questions.
I saw that. So that was Wendy, and then look, the most interesting part of the old speech is the Lion King. He had like a Lion King type analogy. I'm not gonna lie, speech was good. Now I looked at Shakira because they only had 3 to 5 minutes, and Coach Martin, when you got a minute left, Coach Martin was like 1 minute. He wasn't playing.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing. And for the first 2 minutes, talking about Lion King. And I'm like, what is going? I looked at Shakira and said, he about to spend his first 2 minutes talking about Lion King. But the way he did it, and I'll post the full audio of the speeches probably tomorrow. But the way he did it, he did flip it. It was nice the way he did it. But here's O'Ree's speech, a little snippet of his.
I'm running for mayor because I have changed my perspective. I'm born and raised here. I left politics in 2014. I feel it's time for me to come back and take my rightful place as a person that's born and raised here in the Bogalusa. Secondly, I got a horrible past as a juvenile. So you can pick at me, you can talk about all the things I've done as a juvenile, but don't forget, I overcame everything the enemy used to try to destroy me as a juvenile. And I'm standing here today as a pastor, as a business owner, as a husband of 18 years, 5 kids, 4 grandkids. And if you ask anybody else, I'm doing okay because I love the person I have become, and I understand my best days are ahead of me. Fourthly, could Simba fight? And I had to ask myself this question. Is you ready to fight, Ulrika? There's going to be a lot of lies. There'll be a lot of drama. There'll be a lot of mess. There'll be a lot of accusations. But you got to be ready to fight the right way. We can't fight how we used to. We got to fight in prayer now. And understand.
So that was a snippet of O'Ree's. And I did have a third person counter. I think you only said third person once or twice. So we do have some improvement in that area. And as far as Tyron's speech, what I liked about his speech was it was the way he mentioned the receipts. Like he played on the word receipt as far as him proving what he's done since he's been in office. So here's a snippet of Tyron's speech.
Tonight, I'm not asking you to take a chance. I have receipts. Anybody can stand before you during election season and tell you what they're going to do. I can tell you what I've already done in 2 short years prior to fiscal administration with the deck stacked against me. When I took office, Bogalusa had just experienced 9 homicides in 1 year. We increased patrols, we established community policing, we aggressively lobbied the governor for state help. Governor Jim Bell Edwards invested $160,000 in crime cameras after that meeting across our city. We recruited the largest class of patrol officers in more than 20 years. We worked with national organizations on gun violence, and we cut those 9 homicides down to 2, a 78% reduction. That's a receipt. We created the Mayor's Youth Corps and put more than 150 teenagers to work in the summer times. That's putting money back in the community. We brought back Mayor's Camp after 20 years, the first elected official in the parish to bring back a major camp.
So that's new to Tyron. See, when he said, "Now that's a receipt," I looked at your car like, "Oh, all right."
No, it was good.
All right, then. So, all right. So hearing those snippets, and like I said, I don't have Lori because she's gonna be on the show and she's gonna speak for herself tonight. So, Drew, being that you weren't there and you heard that, what are your takeaways from those 3?
I think that with those, it's the same concept. I really feel like as far as the stance that Tyron has, his strongest stance is just like you said, is he's speaking from things that he's already done. You know, I think that is probably like his strongest platform to speak from, because that's one thing that I think I stated on the other podcast that we had is, you know, I really don't think that he's done anything wrong enough to lose, you know, his credibility when it comes to what he's capable of doing as the mayor. Now, from the standpoint of Pastor Reed, I think his strongest statement that he made, and this is something that I've always said, is him embracing the fact that a lot of people have a strong disliking from him because of his past is, I think, the best way for him to go, because I think that's what the majority of the issues people have with Pastor Reed is it's a lot of personal issues and personal vendettas and things that's happened in the past. And like he stated, you know, he was chaotic. He was, you know, in his younger years, he was, you know, just disrespectful in a lot of ways. And I think he's owning that. So now, as far as Wendy, I'm just not familiar enough with her work. And I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I've heard enough terrible things from a lot of different constituents, I would just say citizens, about Wendy for me to not even consider her, you know, in my idea for voting. I'm gonna just be honest. And this is from people that I trust fully. And it's from all nationalities, background, cultures, beliefs. So, you know, I don't really have any inclination to even be interested in the things that she has to say. But that's just me. What I want to ask y'all is, what do y'all feel like the mood of the room was since y'all was there, you know, doing these speeches? What is it, supportive of all candidates, or was it slanted, or what was the vibe there?
I think, again, because the room wasn't just a Bogalusa room, it was, they had Washington Parish School Board candidates there. Again, they had senators, they had congressmen, they had the sheriff of Franklinton. So I don't think it was slanted either way. Everybody got claps if they had a good speech, if they said good things. So to your point, I wasn't a fan of the candidates having to address the rumors, because this wasn't a rumor room. Like, there was a man from Waterproof, Louisiana. He doesn't know you. He's never heard of you. So the fact that you would bring up, and not just Ari, multiple candidates brought up what you heard, or, you know, what was said.
Not necessarily.
And you shouldn't even have to address that in this particular room. Once you see who your audience is, you just get up here and tell us who you are and why we should vote for you, and, you know, whatever proof you have that we should vote for you. It shouldn't be a let me clear my name, because this is a lot of people's first time seeing you. So that was my only thing.
I got you.
And then I did see a post that was saying, like, so everyone was invited, but not everyone was there. So it was like a little debate whether or not was it a bad look if people that are currently running or currently in those positions like city council or school board that they didn't show up.
Mhm.
Is that a bad mark next to their name?
Mhm.
For me, look at it two ways. I still would have gone because I'm trying to, I need your vote again in this next election. I need you to introduce myself to people that may have moved in my district who don't know who I am.
Mhm.
So I think it would have been a good look. But then the other side is like, one, they could have had something else going on. Or
Mhm.
two, when you look at the audience, Shakara, what you think? 200 people there, max?
Yeah, maybe so.
So those,
Around that number.
so if you're running for a district, you may have only spoken to, like if you had a speech, you only probably talked to maybe max 20 people, maybe.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that really hurt anybody not being there, being at the reach as far as just district wise. Now, if you're running for mayor, you needed that whole room. If you're running for city council at large, you needed that whole room. I don't think it was really, I don't know. That's just my
I think even for the council, like again, I don't live there. I can't vote there. But now I can see your face and now I can tell the people who weren't in the room, hey, this is what I liked about such and such. This is what I thought was cool. This is what I
Mhm.
thought was weird. So word of mouth goes a long way too. And there were a lot of people who know a lot of people who can get out and say, hey, this is what such and such said. This is how this is how they carry themselves. I got a chance to shake their hand or, see their face, have a conversation. So I think it was important to be in the room. Now there are a few people not in the room that sent like their own speech for the moderator to read. So valid reason, yes, somebody's daughter got married, understandable. But if you just was like, nah, like you are trying to run for public office, you should show up in all the places where as you can in all the places where you're requested to be, I would think. Because the more people see you, the more people are willing to engage with you and potentially vote for you.
Yeah, and the two people that they wrote out their speech because they weren't present was Ms. Carla McGee and Ms. Lott. I think those were the two that sent in their speeches for them to read. So, like I said, tomorrow I'll post the audio of all the speeches, let everybody have their own opinion on it. I don't think it was live stream. I know a few candidates have posted their speeches, but we'll just post it just for everybody to kind of get an understanding of how the forum was and what the candidates said. So moving on. Drew, we in our last episode we mentioned sympathy votes, right?
Mhm.
And I was looking in the comment section, and two people they thought it was like disrespect when I clearly explained that both Tyron and Ori both have sympathy votes, but sympathy votes are not a bad thing. It's just a category of votes. It's a type of vote.
Mhm.
So I'll play what we said, and then I'll post something after. The people that didn't like O on Monday, they're not gonna like them November 3rd either.
Yeah, it don't make
All
no
right.
difference. Yeah.
So you do have now. Don't get me wrong. You do have a group of people, and I believe it's a small percentage. I'm thinking maybe 15% that are on the fence.
Mhm.
You do have a big number of people that just said, "Forget it, I'm not voting."
I'm not voting at all.
So
Right? Mhm.
there was an opportunity there on Monday that swayed some people because if you think about it, look, y'all, in elections, there is something called sympathy votes.
Mhm.
All right. We do know for a fact that Tyron has a lot of sympathy votes just of what he's been through over the last 2 years.
Mhm.
From everything, from locally on the state level. So he has a big group of sympathy votes. But the way y'all was acting on Monday, the way y'all was sitting there and what y'all was saying and how y'all was saying it, those 10 to 15% of people who were on the fence, I'm pretty sure gained a few supporters after that.
Mhm.
Now, what did I say wrong, y'all? Did I say something wrong?
All right, like I said, man, you know where we at with that, man. I told you, man. You know where we at. This dude here.
Keep talking. Go ahead.
you know where we at, man. When it comes to that, anything that everybody is so entrenched into their stance and their side of things, till everything that's said is not going to be viewed between neutral eyes. It's going to be viewed between biased eyes. So everything that you say, especially because it's already a heavy belief out there that you've thrown your lot in with Ori, and that's what you're using this whole show for.
They say I put the whole chips in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what you're using the whole show for, is that. So it doesn't matter, what you say. It's going to be scrutinized up to the highest point. So you didn't say anything wrong. Like I said, it's just everybody is hearing things through the biased nature of the climate right now, and that's understandable. I don't think it's right, but I see why they would feel that way, is what I'm saying.
And the crazy thing is, I think the most important thing about this snippet right here is the underdog effect. The leader looks like a victim of a broken system. And that leads to sympathy, folks. That's all I was saying.
Oh, we get it, bro. You preaching to the choir. We get it, man. But that's gonna be this way until after elections, bro. Whatever you say or do, whatever I say or do, whatever Shakar say or do is going to be viewed on who is she talking about. She must be talking about this person. That's not the case. Yeah. Sometimes facts are facts, man.
It is what it is at this point. Stay tuned shortly. Soon we'll be bringing on Lori Simpson Taylor. Once again, she is running for mayor in this year's election, November 3rd. Also this weekend was a cemetery cleanup. Now, I went out there because I wanted to see the progress, and I wanted to see kind of like how much of the cemetery, how bad did it look? Because I hadn't been out there in a while. So I was able to see like the progress of like where it's going. Hopefully this plays. So
I saw this and I was
You was wondering where that came from?
Like, no. Why is that grass? Like, people are literally buried in the grass. The grass is covering up. Oh, look at my grandma. Hey, girl. The grass is covering up people's. Like, you can't even walk out there. Nobody's been out there in the last however long and said, hey, this a mess? Or did they just say it was a mess and just leave? Like, that's crazy. Look at how that grass is.
I don't know, man. But do you see that far left? Like,
that is insane.
Right, where is it? Right here. Like, when you see how high that grass is, like, how long does it take to get like that?
Right, for the grass to get like that.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Where did that all go left? Like, is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, at what point? Because I do like, when did it become to the point of where it's like, well, the city is not responsible for this anymore? Because I do remember at one time, like, wasn't the city taking care of those type of grounds?
I think the conversation was that with the change in the leadership in City Hall, that kind of cut out that. But then my question would be, who's responsible for mowing the other cemetery?
Now they both look bad, y'all.
Oh, does it?
Like, yes. Like, I passed over there this weekend, and the crazy thing is, being that Panama is on a highway, a main road, you would be surprised that it looks the way it does, because that's the first thing that you see when you come into the city. Mm-hmm. The Bogle Cemetery is ducked off. You have to go up the hill, all the other stuff. But the fact that I'm really surprised that one looks as bad as it does. Mm-hmm. Like, for real.
So basically what you're saying is, when a fiscal administrator came in, he pretty much just cut all funding to taking care of those type of things, or was it something that was being done?
I believe that, now y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I believe when Tyron had control of funding, mm-hmm. the city was mourning. Mm-hmm. When the fiscal administrator got in, he went around and he was looking for ways to cut in different areas, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that was one of the things that was cut.
Yeah.
But now, it wasn't
say if somebody can.
Was it a Tyron implementation? Like, it's been mowed all my life, So before Tyron, before Wendy, it's been mowed by somebody.
I don't know. Maybe the city.
Somebody said we need Bob. Get Bob on here. Write that down.
Oh yeah, that's true. Lakeisha said there's a contract with RCC with Rayburn.
And one of the council women said they were going to look into
Yeah,
that
crazy.
contract.
Because I know a lot of people, because it's not even just with the prisons, it's just in general. If you up and down Sullivan Drive, man, like just I live in this area, so I see it all the time. It's just complete neglect now. Like nobody does, and I know the city was cutting that for sure when Time was active and in office. The city kept they maintain those areas, those public access areas and lands and stuff like that. They came in their tractors and they cut on a regular basis. But I can't remember the last time that I've seen that happen. So I was just curious to know, did that stop, or is that something the fiscal administrator discontinued once he came in, or if he didn't see fit that that it was financially fiscally responsible to do those type of things.
Well, two things I see. Someone said it's under the public works. Someone else said my dad worked at the city Bogalusa responsibility. So, okay, if I come in and I'm the fiscal administrator looking to cut funds, why would I stop mowing the cemetery? Or is the public works not doing any work? Or are they still
It don't look like they doing anything.
fixing water lines or digging ditches? Like,
yeah.
Are they still active? Like, what is going on? How much does it really cost besides fuel to cut the cemetery?
So
I don't think that's a big cost.
We got Miss Debbie McLeod. She said the plots are owned by the family. The city's not taking care of the property. Chad says Bob canceled the contract with RCC. I don't know. One other person said it's under Public Works. And you can say City of Bogalusa. My dad worked there for 20 plus years. So contractually, I don't know whose responsibility this was contractually.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know, because you hear it was the FA. You hear it was tiring. So I don't know. All I do know is it looked terrible out there. The last 2 weekends they've been doing the volunteer work, and progress has been made. As you can see, if you look as soon as that camera pans to the left, you can see it does look better at one side. So I mean, at this point, look, everybody we know is an issue. We've had the volunteer work from over in his camp. The last 2 weekends have gone out there. Look, if you got some time to go out there and put some flowers and mow around the plots of your family, just, I know a lot of people have moved away, and that's been another thing. People have moved away and they're not around anymore. But I think we should zone it. Like, you know how you adopt those streets?
Yeah.
I think we should zone the cemetery, put up to, let's say it's A through Z, and just adopt a portion of the cemetery. Kevin has zone A, Drew has zone B, Chicago got zone C, and that's the area that we'll upkeep and that we'll maintain. Just idea, just a thought.
Yeah, they're saying that that it's actually the city's responsibility until somebody purchased the plot, which that makes sense to me. Until because after that, once you buy that area, buy that plot, you should be responsible for its upkeep. And so a lot of people are saying that they've called about the common areas just around town, and they claim all the lawnmowers are broken.
Like at the city?
So, yeah, they say that all the equipment, and that's the 5th, 6th time I've seen that. So it's not I don't think that they're lying. I think that's something that's being said whenever they call and ask. About,
even with that, I see a lot of people saying you're responsible for your own plot. The plot is this big. So if I can't get to my plot because Miss Such and Such plot is overgrown, that doesn't seem like a sensible thing.
Yeah, council, and they refuse to address it. Ms. Debbie said she presented it at city and they refused to address it. Yeah, so that's something good to try to direct to someone that's actually in public works to figure out what has been the process recently and why things haven't been done and nothing has been, has changed since then. Because it's going on now a solid year since I've seen, anybody, because there's a guy that used to come to a plot right next to us in the back on the tractor that was related to my wife, that, that was a normal thing for him to come out, for the city and cut. But I haven't seen him in, like I said, it's going on probably like a solid year.
No.
So that'll be something interesting we need to look into and try to get that information to the people. Because Orisha said, it's Red call every day.
So we talking about HOA this Red?
Yeah. So,
right.
she called every day, man. So yeah, that's something to check out.
Well, we got a little bit more to cover before we bring Lori on. This weekend, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I have the graphic for it. Anybody in the comments have any information? I think the Jamboree is this weekend. Is it NA meet?
You talking about that Bogalusa play A meet and somebody?
Yeah, August 27th. That's when it is. August 27th.
Right?
Yeah. Is that's a Thursday? What's the 27th?
Let me see.
I think so. Yeah,
no,
Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday, 6 p.m. at A Meet High School. Bogue is going to take on A Meet, $12 admission. It is cashless, so they do have the QR code posted on the high school page, I believe. So y'all go out there, y'all go support the Jacks. This is not my flyer, but I did find it somewhere on the internet. So week 1, they do hit the road. They take on Independence. Week 2 is the home opener in with South Platte coming to town. It's going to be on September 10th. And the big game, Drew. Big game, Shakara. We got
week 3, baby. Yes, sir.
September 18th. Mm-hmm. If anybody's watching from Bogalusa High School, are y'all going to allow tailgating? And if so, when y'all going to release that so we can go ahead and get that set up? But September 18th, big game. And then if you go on down October 30th, it's going to be homecoming against Pope John Paul II. So we got that coming up. And before we get started, about to bring Lori on, we got a new segment, Drew and Shakara. Okay? Mm-hmm. And this segment is brought to you by Legends Sports Bar. All right? And this is Night Train, Legend of the Night, sponsored by our legend. Okay? And tonight's legend, y'all want to guess? No? Nobody want to guess? All right, give you a hint.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's their birthday today. No? No?
Nah, still not registered. Not
okay.
registered.
Josh Robinson.
Okay, then.
Josh Robinson. All right.
Look,
Josh
I'm talking about whose birthday today, like I didn't share the post. My bad.
Look at you. Josh Robinson is tonight's Night Train Legend of the Night, sponsored by our legends. All right. Josh Robinson is a Bogalusa legend. All right. Franklin Demon legend, Mississippi State legend. He tied Mississippi State's records for yards per carry at 6.2 and ended his career with 1,997 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns. Everybody in the chat, if you can, please wish Bogalusa's very own Josh Robinson a happy birthday. Look at that, man.
I'm still not forgiven for what he did at LSU that game, man. That game where he earned the human bowling ball nickname.
Oh, that clip in here, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
You know, the crazy thing is, what Josh is doing on these clips, he's do that to us in Oak Hill Projects, man. Raymond Heights. We used to play in a field in Raymond Heights. You talking about that play right there?
Yeah. This that whole game, not just that play, man. That boy ran all over LSU that night, man.
Man, y'all tag Josh in the comment section, man. This happy birthday, Josh. They still love that man out there in Mississippi. You know, he was supposed to be on our team, man. You know, I'll never forget when Franklin beat us 54-0 my senior year. He took that opening kickoff back and pointed at Coach Jones. You was out there when you drew?
Oh, yeah, I was out there, bro. I was out there, man. I was out there. He did a lot more that game, too.
Man.
Ask Spencer when y'all get a chance to talk to him, bro. Spencer Robinson, man. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Family, man. That was a long night, Kel.
Goodness. All right. So that's all we got. Y'all have anything else before we bring Lori on?
No, I'm good, man.
Anything you want to cover? All right. Well, let's bring her on. Miss Lori Simpson Taylor. Welcome to the Night Train. How you doing, Miss Lori?
Thank you for having me.
If you can, we all know you're running for mayor. We see you face all around Bogalusa. For our viewers that don't know you, if you can, introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and tell us what you do.
Okay. My name's Lori Simpson Taylor, and I was born and raised in a small town between Covington and Bush. I'm a 1983 graduate of Covington High and graduated from Southeastern Louisiana University with 2 college degrees. I ended up in Bogalusa in 2007 as the director of nurses at Rest Haven Living Center when they were closed and decertified their Medicaid beds. I was asked to come here to be the director. I told them that I would stay a year and restructure their home and try to get them recertified because I felt like the nursing home was a very important part of the economy here and a much needed place for people to be. So I stayed about a year and a half at Rest Haven, and I like real estate. So I saw a building for sale, and I ended up buying Glenn's Drive-In on Avenue F. And Glenn's Drive-In on Avenue F, I've been owning and operating since 2007.
All right. Well, welcome to the night train, Ms. Laura. I'm not gonna try to use my favorite button, but I gotta do it right now. I'm sorry.
I like your button.
So, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. So look, I'm gonna start off with the opening question, if I may. Can I do that, Shakira and Drew?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So, when qualifications first came out, all right, we even mentioned, Drew, there was an asterisk next to the name. There was questions about the address and where did you live and are you a resident of Bogalusa? So, can you explain, are you a resident of Bogalusa, when you moved to Bogalusa, and the whole, I guess, back and forth of how you ended up in court to, I guess, to prove your residency?
I touched on this a little bit at the forum, and the reason I did was because one of my opponents has been attacking me on that pretty heavily. But what's so kind of interesting to me is that I live across the street from Michael O'Ree, so he never stepped up and said, "Hey, she does live here." I've lived on Lewis Lane since 2024. Hold on one second. Are y'all getting a backbeat a little bit?
It's a little echo. Do you see like a little trigger button that says echo cancellation?
I don't.
Unless, is somebody watching it or on the side of you? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to turn it on. So anyway, I've lived on Lewis Lane since 2024. I moved in November. I moved into a leased house.
I'm sorry. I found the corp. It's Drew. Drew,
Man,
turn yours down.
every time, bro. Like
it's you. I
man,
just
look.
muted you and it stopped. So it's you.
Like, what is it? My speaker for the computer, the laptop? That's what it is, maybe. Let's turn it down. So I'm trying now.
So I moved in 2024 to Lewis Lane. I still own a house in Manville, still own a property in Mississippi, and now I own a house because I ended up buying the house next door to the house I was leasing. And I bought that house in August of 2025. Mr. O'Ree lives across the street from me.
I'm sorry, y'all. It says the live went out. Hold on. The live went out because, let's see. Do you have your campaign poster copyrighted?
Mm-mm.
Let's see. I'm about to get us back up soon.
I wonder, was it the videos with Josh?
No, because it was it would have flagged it earlier.
Was it the Mississippi football thing you put up, maybe?
No, because it's showing I ran it through my system before I did it.